Hey guys, it's Russell back, and on today's video I'm going to be continuing our Amazon Soap Fest. I'm going to be testing and reviewing Mother's California Gold Car Wash. If you remember back, I don't know, maybe 10 tests ago, I tested the Mother's Wash and Wax. This is a completely different car soap. The label reads pretty much like most of our other Amazon soaps that we've tested. The dilution ratio is 1 ounce per gallon according to the label. It says that it's pH balanced, won't harm your wax or sealant, and removes the toughest road grime. Well, we'll see about that. We're going to be using our MTM submachine gun style foamer. For the foam portion of the test, I'll be using 2 ounces of the Mother's and 10 ounces of warm water. Then we'll switch to our bucket test where I'll use 3 ounces of the Mother's to 3 gallons of water. I gotta say it again, I've never used this. Of course I've heard of it, but I've never used it before, so hopefully it's going to do good in our car wash and foam test. I'm still looking for that 10. Okay, I'm looking for the perfect 10 car soap. Haven't found it yet. Don't know if we're going to find it in our Amazon soap test, but you know what? I've been talking enough. It's a beautiful day outside. There's a light breeze. It's probably about 64, 65 degrees, so it's good test conditions. Anyway, I'm talked out and I've talked enough. Let's go see what this Mother's California Gold can do. Man, this car is dirty. That's good. We're going to see if the Mother's can remove all the non-bonded contaminants. It's probably been, well, the last time I washed this car for my neighbor, it was probably 3 weeks ago. Water spots everywhere. All right, we've got 2 ounces of our Mother's car soap with 10 ounces of warm water. Let's see how this foams. All right, well, the foam initially goes on fairly thick. It's comprised of quite a few medium cell bubbles with some small ones interlaced in there. It does seem to be quite runny though. I don't feel any lubrication at all in the foam itself. So as we've done in all of our other tests, we're going to let this sit here for 6 minutes. I'll be back and we'll see how much of the foam is left. All right, so here we are back at the 6-minute mark, and we've probably got, I don't know, 65 to 70% coverage left on the hood and on the side. Gosh, maybe 15, 20%. You can see it's already drying. Now you do not have to be worried if you're using a pH neutral car soap if it dries. This can dry completely in the sun and it'll rinse off just fine. If it's not pH neutral, then yes, you would have a problem. But let's go ahead and rinse this off, and I'll prove to you that all this dried soap, and as you can see, stuff is dry. It'll come right off. Alright, well, we really don't have much of any wax or sealant compound at all on here other than the detail spray that I use when I wipe it down. I will be doing a video on the buffing of this car, but so it is beading up just a little bit. It's from the Meguiar's detail spray that I use. I don't know how well I think this is done as a foam. It's worse than I thought it was going to be. So all I expect this to do is to really do a good job on the non-bonded contaminants. And I don't like the fact that it doesn't have very much lubrication in the foam. And it's not a very robust foam at all as far as staying power. The reason that you want the foam to stay on the car approximately 6 minutes is so that it has time to dwell and break up the non-bonded contaminants. And even though we are in the sun, as you can see, it got rid of all the soap scum that was on there. We just have some bonded contaminants and water spots and stuff, but I think that I'm going to give this foam a 6. 1 out of 10. I'm going to give it a 6 as a foam. Okay, so let me get everything set up and let's see what kind of foamage this makes in a hand wash and see how it works as a hand wash. Alright guys, I apologize because the camera said it was recording, but it did not record the shot where I showed you guys the viscosity of this and me agitating this. So I'm going to just do this part, just kind of ad lib. This is a very, very, very viscous car soap. It is super thick. The scent is, I don't know, kind of like Johnson's baby shampoo a little bit. But we went ahead and put 3 ounces, just like we always have, in our bucket. I agitated it. The foam is very stable. It's got a lot of small and medium cell structures, and there's a lot of good lubrication in the water. So that is the part that you missed. I don't understand why my camera decided to tell me it was recording and wasn't. But anyway, I hope you guys understand sometimes it happens. Alright guys, so next I'm going to go ahead and do a hand wash on the car, I'm going to use 4 mitts. The reason I'm doing that is because that way we never put a dirty mitt back in the bucket. That's why I'm only using 1 bucket. This water stays pristinely clean, and you guys will see that in action. Alright guys, so I want to go ahead and give you my final thoughts on the Mother's car wash. I think it's just okay. I'm going to rate it a 6 as a hand wash. It's just barely better than mediocre. And the reason is, even though it had a lot of lubrication, the foam and the cleaning ability is not very strong. Several places where a regular wash, like a Zymol or maybe even a Meguiar's Gold Class, would get the bonded contaminants off in one swipe. It took 1 or 2 with the mitt. So there's still some sap residue here that I'm feeling. So I don't know. I think I hoped it was going to do a little bit better, but I mean, really it is what it is. So, you know, these ratings are subjective. I've done tons and tons of these tests, and it's just a little better than average. I mean, it's not horrible. I would use it again, but I probably would use it on a car that was not very dirty, like maybe your weekly maintenance wash. So with that being said, guys, I hope this was helpful. I'm going to put a link to the description to Amazon where I bought the Mothers if you'd like to give it a try in your situation. And I will see you guys on the next video.